What a week this has been in the cryptocurrency world. The market seems to have rebounded back from its lowest of $30,000 in 4 months. The volatility is crazy, and I can just imagine how many people lost the shirt on their back in this past week for selling into the panic. Elon Musk is still the signal for many amateurs who are trying to time the market. On May 24th, 2021, he tweeted, "Spoke with North American Bitcoin miners. They committed to publish current and planned renewable usage and to ask miners WW to do so, potentially promising." It has been retweeted almost 40,000 times. At this point, it's entertainment for me, but nonetheless, these tweets have the capability to manipulate the market against you. But with our 7 rules, dollar cost averaging strategy, it doesn't matter. My name is Ola. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, Safe Crypto Investing Club, and smash up the subscribe like button in this video to get notified of the free video updates on our experimental portfolio. Also send the word SAFE in the text message directly to me at country code 1-732-517-7532 to get an instant reply with my crypto tracker sheet and access to claim $10 worth of Bitcoin for free. So here's a quick update based on our strategy. Keep in mind that I am not a financial advisor, so be sure to seek professional advice before making significant investment decisions based on my personal opinion. At press time, our experimental portfolio is valued at $503.52. 24 hours before, the portfolio was valued at $498.10, so that's a 1.09% increase. Within that same 24 hours period, the total market cap is at $1.77 trillion with 2.81 market increase. So our experimental portfolio is underperforming against the market by 61%. This is the short-term data that our strategy actually doesn't really rely on. Our strategy is a 5 to 10 years play. We are in the 21st week of this experiment, and our ROI in the 19th week was upwards of 55%. In the 20th week, it crashed all the way down to the zero line with the market correction, as Bitcoin crashed in value from $64,000 to $30,000. With our strategy, this was just another opportunity to buy more assets at a beautiful bargain and hodl harder. For the majority of retail investors who were trying to time the market, it was a bloodbath as they sold off and lost so much. With this portfolio update, we are back above the zero line to 2.34% in 22 weeks. I know this is not very attractive right now, but in just the last year, Bitcoin went up from $9,000 to $40,000 by 300%. If you're short-sighted, you're probably scared because you're focused on its crash from the high of $64,000 to $40,000. To me, this is simple. It's going to be a lot of highs and lows that many people will go broke. Nonetheless, the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology are here to stay. This experimental portfolio will be riding the wave, and you too can join the club. Conversations continue about gas fees, transactional fees, energy consumption in Ethereum and others. I'm not too afraid of these conversations because our strategy does not depend on short-term market moves. As I continue to say, like many other revolutionary technologies in the history of mankind, optimization in every respect is an ongoing thing as adoption continues to expand. Never mind what China and our sisters do in the short to mid-term. If you're trying to time the market and get rich overnight, I would not underestimate the manipulative effect of this news on the market. There's another report on Decrypt.co by the Economist Intelligence Unit titled COVID-19 Accelerated Digital Currency Adoption. Expect more circumstances that will continue to increase the culture of a cashless society. So as the general population continues to adopt digital currency, be wise about how you play with trading cryptocurrency. These are uncharted territories. We just know our history with technology. We simply don't go backwards, but it gets better. We also know that many people will lose money from FOMO, fraud, and emotions. These are just facts. In the last week, I have also seen a lot of conversations around DeFi, also known as decentralized finance. Decentralization is part of the future of every society, so it's one of the many things backing cryptocurrency and blockchain. As I was trying to learn more about DeFi, I got quickly overwhelmed by other things like yield farming, liquidity protocol, liquidity mining, crypto lending, etc. I will continue to indoctrinate myself in learning them and share with you. but I couldn't help but wonder about the possibility of a complete cryptocurrency market collapse since there is so much we don't know. Squash all that. I personally don't think $1.77 trillion will disappear into thin air randomly. That's just too much invested interest to not advance this technology. Here's the main lesson today. I believe in cryptocurrency, but there's a lot about it that I believe in. Here are just a few. Many people will lose a lot of money, but note that you cannot lose money until you actually sell a position. Momentary movement in value and asset prices is not enough to claim that you lost money. This movement can turn you into an emotional wreck if you don't have a strategy. Did you see what happened with Dogecoin over the past 1 month? At press time, it's trading at below 35 cents. Just a few weeks ago, it was going to $1 and to the moon. I actually think it is going to $1, but it will in its own time. How do I know? Well, there is $44 billion worth of human interest. It's not enough to see a bunch of news or tweets saying to the moon. The only person likely to take anything to the moon right now is Elon Musk, and it may not be Dogecoin. The rest of us need an investment strategy that can withstand the inevitable test of the FOMO. Lastly, today is Friday, the beginning of the weekend, and Bitcoin has crashed below $36,000 again. It's time to buy bargains. I'm excited. So now, our experimental portfolio, after buying, is valued at $532.50. 24 hours before, the market portfolio was valued at $496.16. So that's a 7.32% increase. Within that same 24 hours period, the total market cap is now at $1.55 trillion with negative 10.36% market change. That's a decrease. So our experimental portfolio is overperforming by 171%. The money we're investing is money we don't need for at least 5 years. Watch this video on the screen next.